Dr. Michael F. Potter. Dr. Potter earned a bachelor's degree in entomology from Cornell in 1977 and his master's and PhDs with a specialization in IPM from the University of Arizona in '82. Began a professional career as a research entomologist and development manager with Union Carbide 1982 to '88, and then he served as National Technical Director for Orkin for 4 years. For the past 21 years, he has served as an extension professor of urban medical horticultural entomology at, what is that university? I don't know, they robbed Ohio State last year in the Sweet 16. And they did it very well. Congratulations. Along with assisting countless PMPs and consumers with their structural pest problems, Dr. Potter, the 2011 recipient of NPMA's prestigious Pinnacle Award, also has performed pioneering studies showing termites can effectively be managed with non-repellent liquid termiticides applied mainly around buildings' exteriors. He collaborated on seminal research confirming the effectiveness of barrier treatments for mosquitoes. He speaks, publishes, and shares his knowledge in the industry and scientific journals, national and international news media, and website articles that have received millions of hits annually. And he has long served on the front lines of the global bedbug resurgence. Dr. Potter and his UK colleagues conduct practical research and provide training and advice to PMPs and stakeholder groups throughout the world regarding bedbug control and exclusion.
Thank you, Marty, and PMP Magazine, and its evening sponsors, and of course, all of you folks for coming. I promise I won't make this too long because some of you may want to go home and watch Tuesday Night The Fight. Jerry shaking his head no. Growing up, I was very fortunate to have two incredible, loving and supportive parents who I tried to basically model my life after and conduct my dealings with people in the way that they brought me up to. They taught me a lot of really important things. I also was lucky to have an older brother who taught me other essential life lessons, like how to make a really sloppy spitball, shoot rats at the city dump, capture and collect insects, and in later years fly fish for trout. Then there's Ellen, or as she likes to be called, Ellen. We've been married now 30 years, and every year it's pretty much like we're still dating. She's pretty much allowed me to do the things that I do, and when I'm traveling or when I'm coming home with clothes that need to go into the clothes dryer. You know, Deanie and I were looking at each other. We know the routine. Stuff goes into the garage. Walk naked up into the house.
Speak for yourself.
We also, have been blessed with two amazing children. I don't know if the pictures are up there, but David and Megan, and they're both 20-somethings. They both live in California, and despite that, we pretty much talk to them every week, if not every day. I've been especially lucky to have had just terrific jobs in my career. First in the agrochemical industry, then in the pest control industry, and then, of course, in academia. And I also had some just phenomenal mentors. People like Dr. George Botramel, who many of you know, took a chance on me, 27 years old, out of graduate school, hired me into the agrochemical industry. Tremendous experience. Mr. Gary Rollins, Paul Hardy, Ted Barrow, and a whole bunch of others that really taught me the ways of professional pest control and working. And then 21 years ago, a gentleman by the name of Dr. Bobby Pass, who was the longest running chairman of any entomology department in the United States. Kevin Pass's dad, many of you know Kevin, and he took a chance on a guy from industry when he hired him into a faculty position at the University of Kentucky, which is not a typical way that people come into academia. When Ellen and I moved to Lexington in 1991, we were adopted once again by the innovative and fiercely independent pest control companies in the state of Kentucky. And people like Don Blake and Don Parton, I see sitting down your way in the back there, and Chris Christensen and Kevin Pass and Tom Myers, my dad, Gary Blankenship and Tim Leatherman, and Tony Bonner, and Roy Rich, and I could go on and on and on. I could not do any of the things that I've been able to do there without Kentucky pest control industry support. One of the amazing things about this industry is wherever you look, there's mentors and teachers. For me, it was names like Frischman, Tucker, Mamby, Rambo, Pinto, Corrigan, Goldenberg, Dole, Hardy, Hedges, and I see many others in this room. When I worked in the agrochemical industry, I worked on almost every cropping system, anything that a bug could get into. But there's nothing like this industry. It's just, I can get arms around why it is like it is. And the two pest control companies, I've said it for my whole career, Pest Control, PMP Magazine, PCT Magazine, these are awesome, awesome trade journals. I mean, other industries don't seem to have whatever it is, chemistry that brings things together. What I'm trying to say is that if I've accomplished some good things in my career, it's because you all taught me well, and we did it together. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
You would have looked good in blue. Will's going to come up and speak about Mr. Rollins. So the secret to making the magic feel like you're still dating is the buck naked thing and anything?
Love following my boss. Our fifth and final member of the PMP Hall of Fame class of 2012 is Gary W. Rollins. Gary Rollins started his career with Orkin in 1967, working his way up from positions as a technician, service manager, and branch manager to Orkin's presidency. Today he serves as CEO, President, and COO of Rollins Incorporated, Orkin's parent company. Gary Rollins' contributions to the pest management industry are significant. He helped establish the O. Orkin Insect Zoo at the Smithsonian Institution. He helped found the Rollins Learning Center, a training facility used by Rollins employees, members of the industry, and regulators. He created the O. Wayne Rollins Orkin Endowed Chair in Urban Entomology at Purdue University. He also helped establish the Orkin Termite Training Facility at the University of Florida. And Gary Rollins continually invests in research partnerships with the Centers for Disease Control in leading entomologically specialized universities challenged with improving pest management products and practices. Here's what Paul Hardy, a PMP Hall of Famer and Orkin Senior Technical Director, had to say about his boss, Gary Rollins. Gary's never wanted to be in the limelight. He doesn't like to be singled out. He'd much rather hold your hand up than have someone hold his hand up. Accepting the PMP Hall of Fame plaque for Gary Rollins is John Wilson, President of Orkin USA.
Thank you very much to all the good folks at PMP Magazine and our sponsors. Gary regrettably couldn't be here tonight due to a long-standing international trip that predated this convention. I would like to share a brief message. I want to tell you how much I appreciate this award Professionally, there's no greater honor than being recognized by your peers within the industry you love. I am humbled by this recognition. Thank you.
You could please join us in congratulating our PMP Hall of Fame class of 2012. The moment we've all been waiting for since I took stage. It's cocktail hour.